Assalamu alaikum. Hello my friends. How are you all doing? So welcome to today's video. Today's video is one of the important video that all the SSC students have to watch. They must watch this video because this video I'm going to discuss on CBE platform how can you answer some rules and regulations which a student might be unaware of, right? So yesterday I was going through the CBE platform. I was reading all the instructions and all those things. So I thought of sharing this with you because it's very important for you. For the ones who are giving on CBE platform, that you know the certain guidelines. Okay, so here on your screen, as you can see the home page, this is your ACCA home page. Before you log into my SSC, okay, you can either log into my SSC and then get the resources, or even without logging into my SSC you can get the resources. So from here, this is the starting. I'm going to take you through how you can get the resources for the CBE platform. Okay, this in the CBE platform you can see for all the papers they have given some mocks, some specimen papers for you to do. So make sure that you practice them. So here I'm going to go to the students. You have to go to the students and then you have to go to the study support resources. Click on it. Then you will land up to this page. Then you have to go to the ACCA qualification. So the paper, you can choose any paper, and I'm going to choose AFM because this is for AFM. Okay, and very shortly soon after I complete with AFM, I'm going to do the same for FM also, financial management students also. So I'm going to select AFM. Okay, and now when you come to AFM, what you have to select here is you have to go to the CBE question practice, ACCA practice platform. Click on that. Then you will be given all this three. If you see, if you click on this, they're just descriptions. You will not get anything. Okay, what you have to do is you have to log in here, log into the practice platform. Here you have to log in. So let's do it. You have to log in with your account. So here my username and here my password. So once I log in, it will take me to this page, test reach. Okay, as you can see on your right side under the catalog, there are all the papers except the first three papers, F1, F2 and F3. They are not there. Okay, because they all are MCQs. So anyway, okay, so as you can see, we have this home, mark, results and performance. In the home you will have all this where you have to select the paper which you want to do. In the mark section, when you go to the mark, whatever the papers you do, you can get the marks. You have to self mark. You can self mark them. I'm going to teach you that later. And then the results, you can see the results. Okay, these are few of the papers which I went through yesterday. Okay, so let us go to the home and I'm going to select AFM. Yes, click AFM. You can click directly on AFM or you can even click on the plus button. Still it will give you the same, the drop list will be same. So you have these things. One is ACC official resources, one is blank workspace. Okay, blank workspace is usually a demo. It's not a question paper, just for you to see how the layout will be. So I'm not going to go through blank workspace, that you can go through yourself and see. Okay, I'm going to go through ACC official resources. For all the papers, this is the same. Okay, we have past exams, we have specimen papers. Okay, so let us go through the past exam. And when you click through the past exam, if you can see, there are four papers: December 18, March, June 19, September 18 and September, December 2020. So which paper should I select? You have to assign. Okay, you have to click on the assign to get the paper. So let us do this. The latest paper, September, December 2020, assign. Okay, so once you assigned, whatever you assign will come here on the left hand side. If you see this self-assessed material, it will come under this. As you can see, I have the AFM and blank workspace because I went through them. So I'm going to select not AFM specimen, not FM, not blank workspace. I'm going to go through AFM past exam copy. Just click on that, and as you can see, this button will come start. Okay, the time is given here, and if you see, this is not timed because these are mocks, but your actual exam will be timed 3 or 15 minutes. You will see the clock, the time will be there. But since this is a mock, you can practice this multiple times. Multiple times you can practice this, and you have to practice it. So I'm going to click on the start. Okay, and when you see the start, the introduction. Okay, so I'm not going to go through each of this introduction. I will briefly tell what is written there, since I've already went through this introduction. The introduction says is this: in this exam there will be no time limit, but in the actual exam, the live exam, there will be. Okay, but when you answer this, even though there's no time limit, please answer it in 3 or 15 minutes. You have a watch or something time, put an alarm or time yourself and then do it. Okay, and also in the main exam, your live exam, the real exam, your answers will be marked by the experts, but here it's not like that. Here you will mark your paper. Okay, you can see the marking scheme and see yourself where you are. Okay, and at the end of this exam you will get the solution. You can see the solution, the marking scheme will be there at the end of this exam. Okay, and what else is there? And there are some differences, mind you, there are some differences in the mock which you are practicing now and in the real exam, especially for the students who are giving first time. They might not know this, but the students who are repeating, they know it. But for the first time students, they don't know it, right? So if you are giving it for the first time, please mind that real exam there are some differences. We'll cover those differences in this video. That's the purpose of making this video, for you to be more aware what you actually have to do in the exam versus what you are doing in the mock, and to compare. Okay, and here let's say you have closed a window, the browser window, by accident it closed. So when you start it, open it again, you will land up on the same page where whatever you have written, whatever you have, let's say you have typed your answer and kept it, but by mistake, or you have closed the window. Again, when you return to that window, you will land on the same page. So that means whatever you have written will be saved. Okay, it will automatically be saved for you, so you don't have to worry about saving each time. It will be saved. Whatever you type in your answer, whether in Excel, whether in MS Word, will be saved. So that's a good thing. Okay, but make sure that in the exam you don't do this. Okay, don't change, close the browser, or don't, because you won't be able to do it. But in the mocks, yes. Okay, and if someone does not want to do the exam and they directly want to see the solution, end the exam, you will get the answer. The solution will be there. Okay, so these are some basic introduction. You can read it by yourself also, right? You can go and read it by yourself, all this, and make sure that you read it. Okay, because what happens in the real exam, obviously students don't read it, the instructions and all, because it's not needed. They know it from before, they have read it. So make sure that you don't read the introduction or the instructions given to you on the day of the exam. Make sure that you have read it before. You know what exactly to do, how to use the tools, how to use Excel, how to use MS Word, or whatever is given to you. So make sure that you know how to use each icon on the screen, or each element. You have to know how to use beforehand. It's not that you should look on the day of the exam what to do. Okay, that you're surprised that you have never come across. No, everything should be old. Nothing should be new on the day of the exam. The only new is your questions. That's it. All the instructions and this, you have to read it beforehand and go. While you're practicing, read it. So we are going to, you have to click next. Okay, so we are going to the next. If you see the instructions, there are 4 pages of instructions. This instructions will be given to you on the exam also, on the day of the exam also. This will be given to you, and 10 minutes will be given for you to read these instructions. 10 minutes, and this 10 minutes does not come in your 3 or 15 minutes. So that's a good news. The 3 or 15 minute is separate and the 10 minutes is separate. The 10 minute is before those 3 or 15 minutes. Okay, but if you don't want to read all these instructions and all is not needed, then you can start the exam as soon as you get the open the paper. You don't have to read it. If you don't feel like reading the instructions, no worries, you can click start the exam and it will start before 10 minutes. So it does, so that does not mean that everyone should, spend 10 minutes only and read instruction, then no. You have that flexibility that you can start your exam as soon as you get the paper if you don't feel like reading the instructions. Because anyway, later on you can read the instructions if you want. There's a help button is there for you to read the instructions again if you want. In case you don't know how something works, in case you don't know how to highlight or how to copy paste, help button is there. You can click it and then you will get the same instructions. All this, but still I will read the instructions here because most of you are giving the exam for the first time and you exactly don't know how to go through it. So in order for you to become more familiar and more comfortable, I will go through all the instructions. So basically this video I'm going to cover all the instructions. I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Excel and the MS Word. I'm not going to do a question, okay? A whole-fledged question I'm not going to do in this video, but yes, surely part 2, the next video I'm going to do one question and show you. One question I will do completely, okay? Out of the 3, any one question, and then I will show how to use an Excel and MS Word. Okay, so let's start with the instructions. So instruction 1, the general instructions. The general instruction is basically what I have just told. 10 minutes you will get, but before 10 minutes also you can start, and help button is there. Okay, coming to the workspace. This is very important. You have to know the workspace thing. Okay, so every question what you get, there are 3 questions in AFM you will be getting. Okay, each question will have an introductory information. A paragraph will be there which introduces you to the topic. Then you will be given exhibits. Okay, what are exhibits? Exhibits is like that, it's broken down into more detailed information. Let's say you are given about cost of capital, so there is a separate exhibit on cost of capital. It's broken down further. We'll go through it, okay, and we'll see how it is. Okay, and those exhibits you need to answer your requirements. You have to go through, you have to read the exhibits. So all this takes time, reading exhibit, going to the requirement, then going to your workspace and answering. So that's why I always tell, please practice, 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 practice until you get comfortable and you manage your time so well that you're able to finish the paper in 3 or 15 minutes. Until you're not able to finish the paper in 3 or 15 minutes, that means you are still not at that level to say. You have to be there. Here or there somewhere you will get wrong. The thing which I'm trying to say is you don't have to be perfect. That does not mean that you cannot get any mistake, then only you are right. No. When you're answering, definitely will get some mistakes. But the thing is, if you have finished the paper in 3 or 15 minutes, if some mistake is here and there, it does not matter. Still you're on the right track. Why? Because remember, the pass rate is only 50%. So that means 50% mistake you can do. You can afford. Definitely aim for higher, but it's common sense. So 50% mistake you can do. We are not trying for 100% here. So coming to that, next, third, requirements. Your requirements will be given separate pages there. You have to click on requirements and you will get the requirements. All the requirements are there. Let's see question 1. All the requirements for question 1 is on one page. Okay, we'll see. I will demonstration is there. Then we have response options. Response option means there are ways how you are going to respond, how you are going to answer it. You might be given word processor, you might be given spreadsheet, or you might be given slides. Okay, but for AFM we have word processor and spreadsheet. Slide is not so much used. It is used in SBL. It is not used in AFM. Okay, and maybe some other paper. But for AFM purpose, word processor and spreadsheet. Okay, those are your response. And how do you know where to write my answer? This is another common question asked from me, whether I should write in Word or whether I should write in the spreadsheet. We'll see, it depends. Depends on the question. Let's say if it's a net present value calculation, definitely it's spreadsheet. But if it's some theory part you have to write, definitely it's MS Word. So there you have to use. Sometimes they specify, they tell you that they will not give you that option. They will only give you MS Word or spreadsheet. That means you only have to use that one. But sometimes they might give you both. You have to select where you want to answer. Okay, we'll see. Then you can move and resize the displays in the windows, the exhibits, the requirements, the response options. Okay, they will come Okay, in the windows it will come, it will be displayed, so you can move them and you can resize them. And let's say you have opened 3 windows, the requirement, because they are not together how you are thinking in the paper. Requirements are somewhere else, your exhibits are somewhere else, and your response option where you have to type is somewhere else. 3 separate windows. So let's say if you want to close one of the window, you can close them individually, or if you want to close all of them, you can click close all. If you see here, close all, and all the windows will be closed. Okay, and what good thing is, whatever you type will be saved, so you don't have to worry that when I type I have to save. No, it will be saved. Okay, and when you reopen, you will get the answer which you have which was stored there last time, okay, before you left the page. And there's a splitter bar which you can move on to see more or less of the left hand or right hand side of the screen as required. Okay, and you can highlight, you can strike through the text in the introductory, in the exhibits, even in the requirements. Okay, and trust me, you need to use this, because sometimes you have to find out what is most important from the least important when you're answering requirements. So make sure that you use these tools, highlight and strike through. Most of you don't even use this highlight. If you feel it's comfortable, you can answer without highlight and strike through. It's okay, you can go ahead, there's no harm, right? It's not must or compulsory that you have to use highlight, but it's good if you use highlight if you want to highlight the important stuff from a paragraph to answer a requirement. So, and you can change the color of the highlight. It's not just yellow, you can use any other color. Okay, and then you can copy paste also. So another thing is you can copy paste rather than typing the same exact information and wasting time, where you have to copy paste from the exhibit or the requirements and the response option. You can copy paste. Okay, for shortcut you can use Control plus C for copy or Control plus V for paste. Okay, the next, the, and if you want to go to the previous page, click previous or next. So next. Okay, navigation, you should know how to navigate. So the question number will be displayed in the top display bar. Okay, you can even hide this by selecting this icon if you want. You can navigate between screens also by selecting next or previous, or you can even click on the question number from the navigator or the item review screen. Okay, and mind you, you can change your answer as many times as possible before you end the exam. But remember, once you choose to end the exam, you cannot come back and change your answer. So that's why before you end the exam, you have to be think twice, 100 times you have to think that, am I done? Did I actually finished? Did I check my answer? Then only you exit. But before that, you can change anytime. Multiple times you can change your answer. You can revisit that question. Okay. Flag for review. What is this flag for review? Let's say question 1, you were not able to finish it in the time given. You went to the question 2. So question 1, since you didn't finish, you can keep it for flag for review. That means when you come to the end of the exam, okay, remember at the end of the exam, status is given. Your statuses will be there. What are the questions you attempted and what are the questions are incomplete. So if you have given it for flag for review, the question 1, it will show you. That means the question needs to be reviewed. You haven't done this question. Something needs to be done. Some part was not complete. So you can go back to question 1 again after you finish the paper and then do it. Okay. And you can click the button again, that flag for review button again. If you click, it will remove the flag. And the help button, you should know when to use the help button. Sometimes you have to use the help button. Okay, so these are the areas where you need the help button. What are they? If you want the exam instructions, remember in the page 1, instructions were given, the general instructions and all. If you want, it will be given. You can just have to click the help button. Okay, and if you want any guidance on the workspaces means in your spreadsheet, if you want to see some formula, or if you in the MS Word, how to copy paste or how to use. Okay, then guidance is there. Next, very important thing, the help button, okay, which you use, it will indicate you whether you need the formula sheet or the tax table or both. Okay, we'll see below the help. Okay, you will see that help formula sheet. So if this thing appears help, definitely help formula sheet will be there in AFM. There's no chance that you will not get it. You need the formula. I mean, formula sheet will be given to you in AFM. So help formula sheet means when you click the help formula sheet, that formula sheet will come in front of you. Okay. So that's a good thing I feel, because remember when we gave in the paper based, we had to turn to the front page, the first page, very first page, turn pages here, there, and then to write the formula. So this is time saving. You just see and then you can copy paste the formula. I mean, you can just see the formula is in front of you and then you can type, right? Or help text table. This is usually for taxation and advanced taxation. The tax table. It's not required for the other papers. So tax table will be given there. If okay, it will be given. The name itself will tell you whether what type of help is it, for formula sheet or tax table. But for AFM, it's the help formula sheet. Okay, next is calculator. Now another thing I want to tell you is uh, when you read or something on the screen, okay, can you see this on the this, I'm going up and down, can you see on the right side the line, I'm scrolling up and down. Okay, that means I haven't seen the complete page. If you didn't see the page fully, if you didn't view the page fully, a notification will come to you when you go to the next. Okay, here it will not come because I have already went, I have scrolled it, I have scrolled down to see what's there down. Why you always have to scroll down to the maximum you can, or if you have to scroll left and right, you have to go to the maximum to see what is there. Because if you see here after calculator, the second line, there might be something else which is bit down, which I didn't read, and I went and I clicked next. So when you click this next, a notification will come that you didn't view your screen properly or completely. So that means until you view your screen completely, you cannot go to the next. So always read everything which is there in the screen and scroll to the maximum. Okay. Calculator. What about calculator? Calculator is given. Okay, on screen calculator is there. A standard or scientific calculator is there. You have that option. And in the live exam, you can use your own calculator also, other than the one which is on screen. Okay. Next, working or Scratchpad, anything. Okay, see, when it's a paper based, we need rough papers and all, right, to write or do our workings or somewhere, because we have the paper. We are given that answer sheet, so we can do our workings also in the same paper where we are writing the answer separately. But here also, you don't have to worry about getting extra paper or something. Work, we have that rough note you can make. Let's say if you want to make some rough note, not in your main answer, somewhere separately, you can use the working or the scratch pad. But then you have to remember another thing, anything which is there in your working or scratch pad will not be marked. It is just for your help. If you need some working for your to get the main answer, I want to write it for your purpose, it will not be marked. That's why if you want something to be marked, it has to be there in your response option. That means it either has to be in spreadsheet or MS Word. It cannot be in the working or scratch pad. If it's there, then it will not be marked. I mean, it can be there, but if you want, copy paste it to the main answer if you want it to be marked. And it's all, so everything is on screen. You are not using your own personal paper. Okay, on screen you have the scratch pad. You can even copy paste text also from the Scratchpad into the your response option. Same, Control plus A copy, Control plus X cut, Control plus V paste. These are shortcuts. Make sure that you know these shortcuts because it will save you a lot of time. Lot of time, these shortcuts and tricks will help you. Or even on screen button you have that copy paste or cut. So from there also you can select, but you can use the shortcut also. Okay, and even all the notes or workings which is there in your Scratchpad, it retains. It will be there during the exam. Okay, the 3 or 15 minutes, the duration of the exam, your Scratchpad, whatever you write, it will be there retained, but it will not be submitted for marking. That's the only thing. But you will be given notes or workings in the live exam if you want to use it, but they will not be submitted for marking, but still it will be collected at the end of the exam from you. Okay, so all these things which I'm telling right now, that mark, whatever you write in the Scratchpad will not be marked. It is same for both the mock which you are going to do now, this mock, and also your real exam. Wherever differences comes in the real life exam and this one, I will tell you. Okay, I will warn you ahead, so you don't have to worry. Both, it applies for both here and this one. Okay, next, symbol. How to use symbol? A toolbar in the top. Okay, on your screen on the top you will see there's a toolbar for symbol. So when you go to the symbol, there will be so many symbols, okay, which will be relevant for you. From there you can select and it will, you can add it. Okay, because symbol is very important. Definitely we have currency and all those things in AFM, so symbol we need it. Navigate a screen, it can be accessed anytime during the exam. Okay, you can jump from any question to any question during the exam, and also it allows you to see the status where you are at the moment. What are the questions you have attempted, what are the questions you haven't seen yet, and what are the questions needs to be done, flag for review if you have done, whether you have attempted, whether you have just viewed and you didn't attempt, or you have attempted but not full, you have kept it for flag for review, so it will give you the status. The status you can see. Next, instructions for, of course, this is the last page of instruction, and then we can start the exam. Reviewing the exam. Now what is reviewing the exam? Reviewing the exam means you have completed answering, now you are reviewing, you're checking your answer. Okay, so you can do this, you can navigate to the last question and click next. So when you go to the last question and when you click next, it takes you to the item review screen. That means wherever you want to review, you can go and review. Okay, and this gives you that final opportunity to see the flag and wherever you have attempted before you exit the exam. That's why this item review screen is very important. It's not just that after question 3 you have completed all the questions, you just exit the exam. No, they give you that opportunity that wherever you haven't completed or flag is for review, you can go back and change it, do it. So that item review screen will come. Even when you exit the exam, they will ask you, that notification will come, are you sure you want to exit the exam? Okay, so it's not just you click the exit and you exit. No. So make sure in your item review screen everything is attempted, everything is complete in full. Nothing is left for flag for review. If something is flag for review and if you have reviewed it, remove that flag for review by clicking on that flag again. Okay. But remember one thing, during the item review period, when you go to this item review screen, you cannot use the navigator. Navigator is not available that time. But you can navigate to the questions either by going next or previous or review screen. Okay, so when reviewing questions you can change your answer also, and you can click review screen to view the updated status. If let's say you have updated your status from viewed to complete, so you can go to the review screen and see, and then finally ending the exam. How do you end the exam? Once you have completed your item review, everything has been reviewed, and you finally want to wish to end the exam, click end exam. From which place? Item review screen. And remember, once you end the exam, you cannot review any questions. You can revisit them. So once you, let's say you have end the exam and you try to open it again, it will not come. It's over, it's done. Then your answers are sent for marking. Okay. So going to the next. Now this is also very important. These are some differences between the actual exam and this practice platform. Okay. PDF exhibit toolbar. When you are given the exhibits, it is in PDF. Okay. So In this practice platform, it's on the left and the live exam is on the right. Okay, you can see it looks also different and it behaves also slightly differently. So don't panic when in the real exam you say something is changed compared to what I practiced, because there's difference. As you can see here, just see, this is in dark gray if you see, and this one if you see it is in the light gray. Okay, next, selecting text in a PDF text. This is very important that you have to understand. Okay, so in CBA practice platform you can immediately select text in a PDF exhibit. Understood? That's advantage in a practice platform. It's easier. You just select a text and it is selected. Either to highlight, you can highlight or strike through or copy it. But in the live exam, what happens? You can't immediately select the text. You can't immediately select the text in the live exam. What do you need to do? You need, please copy paste it or write it somewhere or take a screenshot of this. These are very important things. Once you miss it, you miss it. So you need to switch from move tool to text tool. Okay, to select the text. Because definitely you might want to highlight the text, that's why you have to select the text first, or you want to strike through, or you want to copy the text somewhere. In that case, from move tool to text tool you have to change. But in this practice platform, once you select the text, it is highlighted immediately. So this is for the real exam. When you have opened the PDF, it has the move tool selected. If you see this hand, it's already on the hand, but what you have to do is you have to select this next to the hand I plus that arrow you have to select. That's a text tool. Once you select, you can highlight, strike through or copy paste the text. Okay, next, display. See, I have to go through the, now do you see from here, go next. Can you see? I didn't view the whole screen, that's why it's saying you have not yet viewed the entire screen. Please use all scroll bars or open any on-screen exhibits before trying again. So that's an added advantage, that you don't have a chance of missing out anything. You should read everything. That's why here I have to take the scroll bar till the maximum that I want to read what's there in the bottom. Now if you select a next, it will go to the next page. Okay. Display. How will it look like? What is the display? Once you select in a practice platform, it comes like this. If you see, it's in purple in color. But in the live exam, it will gray out. The text is gray out. Okay. These are not so important, that what color is the text or all this are not so important, but in case that you know, it's different. Okay. It's better to know something. What are the difference? I don't know. The final tool in the PDF exhibit. Where does it appear? At the top of the PDF exhibit toolbar. It appears at the top of the PDF. Top. In this practice platform. But in the live exam, it appears at the left hand side. Okay. It appears on the left hand side. Picture is given so you can see the difference. Copy and pasting into spreadsheet responses. Okay. So in the practice platform, you can paste text copied from exhibits, requirement, tasks, or the Scratchpad into a spreadsheet response. What are the areas? That means not from everywhere you can copy paste. Okay, if you want to copy paste something from formula, you cannot. Areas are limited where you can copy paste. That also you have to understand. Exhibit you can copy paste from the requirements or from the Scratchpad to the spreadsheet. You can copy paste either by selecting the cell. Just select a cell on the spreadsheet, or double click the cell, or select the formula bar and then selecting Ctrl+V copy paste. That you can do in the practice platform, this one. But in the main exam, you can only do this by double clicking the cell or selecting the formula bar. That means when you if you just select the cell, you cannot copy paste. You have to double click the cell in the real exam and then press Ctrl+V. Next. So these things all will come to you. right? All these things, when you read it from home, when you go, when you do the real exam, nothing will be new. You don't even have to read the instructions. You have to be that much comfortable in using all the icons, tools, the toolbar, everything. So this exam is not timed. Section A 50 marks, section 2 225 marks. All questions are compulsory. Select next to start your exam. Now do you see? If you are ready to begin your exam, click yes, otherwise no. Yes. So here again it came. This is section A. Okay. So what's important in the live exam is you have to indicate. Wait, let me. You have to indicate which requirement each of your responses relate so that it is clear for the markers. If let's say it's the second part of A, you have to write second part of A and then answer. If it's part B, you have to write part B and then answer. You cannot just write your answer like that. You have to write which part it is for. Okay. And all your note and workings, if you want the marker to see, you have to write it in your responses as well. Don't just keep it in the note or workings. Otherwise, it will not be marked. Next, now we'll select next. So here is the page. All the questions. In fact, all your ACCA, all the other papers also, all the questions, this is the format. This is the layout. Just see the screen. This is just for one question. Other questions also very same only. On the left hand side, as you can see, I'm going to take you through each one. This is symbol. Click on it and just see what are the symbol. Dollar, euro, pounds, yen, peso. So that means only these 5 currencies will be used. Right? So if you insert, it will be insert. But if you insert here, you cannot, because I haven't clicked any area where I want to copy it. You have to give a text fill. Okay. Highlight. Go here. You can remove the highlight also. You can see, use any other color. Strike through. Okay. Strike through will put a line on that. Calculator. If you see the calculator, can you see the calculator on the right hand side? Now you can bring this calculator here. Okay. You can scroll like this. So let's say if you want to place 5 into 5. There is no equal sign in this calculator. It's just enter. And you will get the answer. Okay. But this is scientific. Let's just take to the standard. As you can see the standard calculators there. Yes. And you can change to scientific. Next we have the Scratchpad. So this is the Scratchpad. This is how it looks like. So let me type something. See. You can type. This is your working area. You are working over there. That's not your main thing. Okay. So now the following exhibit, this is how it will be there. On the left hand side, all the exhibits, your requirement, your response options will be there. And on the right hand side, wait, okay, on the right hand side, this will be there. Just a brief, okay. So the information should be used to answer the question comments within your chosen response options. Can you see within your chosen? You have to choose which response you are going to use. But you have to be wise enough to know which one is for which. If it's calculations, numbers, definitely is spreadsheet. If it's something theory, word processor. Sometimes in some area you need to use both the word processor and the spreadsheet. You might sometimes want to copy paste the spreadsheet answer in the word processor. We'll tell you, I will do a question and show you how to use it. But this video is just for, it's an introduction video. All instructions I will be giving in this video. Okay. So the following exhibits available on the left hand side of the screen provide information relevant to these 4 areas. Kingdom, takeover defense, financial details, employee remuneration. It is numbered also 1, 2, 3, 4. And the requirements. Okay, so let us go to requirement 1. Just see. Isn't it what's given on the introduction? Just see. This is dark gray in color and it's on top. But in the main exam, it will come on the left hand side. Now, this is very small, right? You can zoom it. Automatic zoom is there, or you can screen. Just see. Okay, so you can zoom. And this scroll bar is there. Please use this. Left, right, and up, down. Or you can change the percentages here. Now, wait. sorry, this. Okay, so now if you want to select something, let's say I've clicked on this, just see how it is done. It's in purple in color, right? If I select anything, it will be highlighted like this. If you want to copy paste it, okay, if you go here, just see here, text selection tool. It is already a text selection tool in the this one in the practice platform, but in the main exam it will be in the hand tool. You have to go to the text selection. Okay, all the other things, rotate clockwise, document property is not needed, so don't waste time though. Next, takeover defense. So everything is like this. You see, let us go to the financial details. So you can see here, everything is like the main exam, how the paper based is. The thing is, the way it is given to you, presented is different, with all these exhibits separate, requirements separate, response option separate. Okay, that's it. The rest all, everything, answer is same. Answer will be same only, but here you have to type, there you have to write. That's it. So don't worry and don't get stressed out that since this is CB platform, it will be more tougher than the paper based. You have to accept this. Okay, this is a challenge. You have to accept challenges in life. Nothing comes easy. Okay, next, requirements. Let us go to the requirements. Okay, so let's see requirements. If you see here, all the requirements are there: cost of capital, market value, revised cost of capital, impact, everything. Okay, scroll down. So I have solved this paper September December. I remember I have solved this paper, the paper based paper. So the answer is there on my YouTube channel. But this is the on the CBE platform. I haven't done this, so I'm going to do one question, not the whole paper, but one question I will show to demonstrate how to use this. Now let us go to the word processor and see this. Just see the word processor. So what does this mean? This mean, this mean, everything. For all of these instructions are there. I will take you through those instructions. What are these things and how do you use it? Some of these things are easy, you know it beforehand, so we are not wasting so much of time. So here you can type. See, let's say you want to insert a dollar. So now you can go to the symbol here. You will not get a symbol or insert sign anywhere in this word processor. You have to go to symbol here, take dollar and insert. Just see, the dollar sign came. Now I'm going to close this. Okay, now again I open the word processor. Do you see? It is saved, already saved. Now I'm going to the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet will be like this. Okay, so once you type on here, wait, I'm going to select this once and I'm going to type it. It is over. But real exam, double click and then type. Okay. Now let me show you this. I've opened this, I have opened this, I have opened this. So 3 areas. Isn't it hard? So each time I have to select this. I can resize like this. Just see how I'm resizing it. Okay, there is a corner over here on the right hand side. You can use it to resize. Only on the right hand side, bottom, this area is there. You cannot use the other areas. Just see. You don't have. Only on this side you can resize. Make big or make it small. And you can, if you want to bring something forward, just click on it, or you can go to this. Let's say if you want to bring this front, so click on this. Or you want to bring the requirements, click on this, or you can click on this also, like this. It will come. Okay, like this. Now let's say I want to copy paste. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, and I'm going to select control. It will not be shown to you on the screen, but I'm pressing control V, or sorry, I'm sorry, control plus plus plus, where is the plus, plus V. It's not done. See, it's not done. Okay, so I'm going to select copy and then I'm going to take it here. Click paste. It's paste. Okay. I can even copy paste from here also. This copy and then paste it. I'm going to close everything. Okay, let's see. Now I have opened everything. Now I want to close all. How do I close all? there's a button for close all. Okay, but right now I cannot see that button because if I click on that button my video will stop. Okay, because on that side where the close all is option is there, on top of that I have this small box like where time is there, like where I'm recording it records the time. So now it's 45 minutes 30 seconds, so that's why I cannot click that. But for you, you can see on the screen close all is there, so close all. Okay, on the right hand side on top. Next, as you can see here, help formula sheet. Can you see this? Click on that. Read all this before exam. Okay, before going to exam, make sure that you read this. I'm going to briefly explain each of them. I'm not going to waste so much of time reading each sentence by sentence or word by word, because most of this I have explained before also. As you can see, this is the workspace, this is the formula sheet, this is the exam instructions. Can you see in the help button all this exam instructions? You can see it again here. It has been given you in the beginning, like for review, navigation, help button, calculator. So we have went through this, so I'm not going to read it again. Now the formula sheet. Okay, formula sheet will take you to this. Can you see all the formulas are here? You have been given this, the present value table, annuity table, standard normal distribution table, all this exactly how in the real exam, like paper based exam, you have been given. My focus is here, workspace help needed. Okay, so we are going to deal with word processor, the spreadsheet, what are the some commonly used formula, and what are the functionality of workspace and the overview. Okay, so workspace overview. What is workspace, by the way? Workspace is this whole screen is known as workspace. Okay, from symbol, highlight, exhibits, requirements, all this full screen is known as workspace. So all this is your workspace. I'm sorry, the left hand side, where all your questions are there, your requirements are there. Okay, your response options are there. So this area, exhibit, requirements, response option, this area on the left hand side is known as workspace. Okay, so all this I'm not going to read. I have told all this. Introductory, review, exhibits, requirements will be there. So exhibits. Now your exhibit can be in a form of spreadsheet also sometimes, or a PDF which contains text or images. Okay, now the response options, word processor, spreadsheet. So each of this I explain later in this document. So important is some questions. Okay, let me zoom this for you out. Okay, I think this much is enough, or you want me to zoom out more? No, I think this much is enough. So important is some questions may specify which response option you should use. Okay, but if it does not, then you have the choice. Now coming to the workspace functionality. Windows. You can resize or move the screen anywhere, all the exhibits, requirements, and the response option. Just now I have showed you. Second bullet point says you can bring the window to the front or behind, or either by selecting the relevant button on the left hand side or on that title of the window frame. Third, some windows you have to scroll, like here this one. Can you see? Left, right, up, down, and left, right. You need to scroll like this. And always scroll to the bottom or towards the right, exact right, to see all the content, so that you have viewed all the content and you don't have that I didn't view something. It was towards the end of the screen, so I couldn't do it because when you open the screen, not everything is visible on that screen. Sometimes you have to go towards the extreme right, or sometimes you have to go to the bottom to see. Now you can close each window individually, close all together. Close all from the top toolbar is there. This button is there, close all. Okay. So any answer you have there in the response option, saved. Highlight and strike through. So nothing for me to explain here. You can highlight the introductory information, the exhibits, the requirements also. Copy paste. You can copy paste between the different elements of the workspace. These are the shortcuts. So you can copy paste between this response option to Scratchpad or from Scratchpad to response option, or word processor to spreadsheet or from spreadsheet to word processor. Okay, you can also copy the from following area. However, you cannot copy text from other areas into them. Okay, so from other areas, understand the difference. You can copy the text from the requirements from the exhibits to the introductory information, let's say to the word processor or spreadsheet or your Scratchpad, but from other areas you cannot copy paste information into the introductory information or exhibits or requirements. That means you cannot add something in your requirements. Requirements will stay as it is, exhibits will stay as it is, introductory information will stay as it is. Nothing from outside you can copy paste in this, but from here you can copy paste to other places. Okay, formatting will be retained in most cases, however will not be retained, for example, when copying from spreadsheet to word processor. Okay, and another thing, copying from word processing or Scratchpad to a spreadsheet will copy the text into one spreadsheet cell only. If you want to copy anything from word processor and Scratchpad, very rarely you have to copy, but mostly you don't have to copy paste from word processor to spreadsheet. But if you have to, then make sure that you know how to copy paste, because when you copy paste only in one cell, it will copy the text. Okay, coming to the word processor. Here we are going to talk about MS Word only, how to deal with it, what are the tools to use. Okay, you will either be presented out of this three: blank, totally blank word processing area, mostly it is blank processing area, okay, or a pre-formatted area, a template within which you should complete your answer, okay, or a blank word processing response area divided up to correspond to specific question requirements. So out of this area, that's nothing to think about. A function, what are the functions? Now yeah, I'm going to take you through the function. So this how it will come, okay, and this are common even in the main exam also. Okay, it won't be different. If something is different, I will let you know beforehand. Okay, so these are the tool. From here, this, just see where my arrow is going. Okay, this it will explain you like this. Whatever is explained below is explained in that order only. Okay, what, and the picture is here. So the first picture is reset. Be very careful, this option is very dangerous. This function is one of the dangerous function, because when you reset, that means it will completely wipe out your answer. If you have written, let's say, a 2 pages answer and you reset, everything completely rest of. But there's a use good thing about reset is also. What is the good thing about reset? That you don't have to cut. Remember in the paper based how difficult it was for us to do the whole thing again. We cut everything again, we do it from beginning. How much of our time are lost behind that? Sometimes we are not even able to do it. We just partially cut somewhere and try to fit our answer somewhere. It looks very untidy, very unprofessional. We somehow try to do it. But in your CBE platform, the good thing is you reset everything, time is saved there, and you start again. Immediately you reset. If you want to start fresh, that question again. But bad thing is when you do the reset, everything is lost. Screen will be fresh again as if this is the first time you're doing that question. Okay, it does not, it's not just you're cutting one word or two word here, no, it completely erases everything. So you have to be very careful about the reset option. And even when you click that reset, it will not reset everything. You will be presented with a message asking you to confirm if you wish to proceed. Let me show you that demo here. Okay, so now I'm clicking this button. Do you see? This will come. Are you sure you want to reset? Resetting will remove any response you have made on the screen. Let's say I'm okay. Do you see? It has removed everything. Next, These are easy, cut, copy, paste, so I'm not going to waste my time. Undo, redo, that you know. But remember, there's a note here. I will zoom it for you. Okay, if your last action was resetting your response, undo will restore. So if you last action you just restored, you cannot undo that time. If you undo, it will not come. That means if you undo, whatever the things were there before resetting will not come back again. Okay, so resetting you have to be careful. You cannot undo it again. It is permanent, it's gone forever. I think no, wait, undo. Let us try it. Okay, so now I am restoring. Okay, now I want to undo. Can you see? It's not undoing. It's not undoing. I'm clicking this, it's not. You cannot undo it. Now coming to find and replace. You can find and replace control F, or bold, italic, underline, strike through. All these are easy. Subscript, superscript not needed. Clear formatting. Okay, paragraph. You can choose from 6 font sizes. Okay, let us take you through the paragraphing. What is this paragraph? Just see. Okay. But definitely here also you have to be wise enough. Don't take this obviously the big, or don't make it very small also. Okay, make it something which looks professional. Next, where was I? It's this one. So now left align, center, right align, justify, all these are okay. Table, okay, table, standard table including cell, row, column function. Okay, that all these are easy. Numbered and bullet list. Okay, increase, descent, decrease intent. Okay, select all. Control A, no toolbar icon available. So if you want to select all, Control A there, because there is no toolbar icon available. Let's say in Word. Okay, I want to select all. Then I press Control A, or I can do it like this. But if you do it like this individually, there might be, you might have written out 3-4 paragraphs. So just press Control A, it will select the whole thing. And also if you want to add a selection of currency symbol, there is no toolbar in MS Word. If you see here, just look at the word, there's nothing for symbol. You have to go here, this symbol you have to insert. Now let us go to the spreadsheet. So all the functions which I've explained just now are for MS Word. Now let us go to the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet you have to be more careful because MS Word is something which is very easy. It's basically you just have to type and highlight it. That's it. But spreadsheet has two functionality. One, sometimes you are writing the formula. Sometimes you are doing the calculations by yourself. You are using calculator, you are using tables and then writing. Sometimes shortcut you are using. You are not using the formula from the formula sheet. You are using the formula, the Excel formula, which is given in the Excel itself. So all this formula, if you know, it's better for you. If you don't know also, it's okay. You can use the normal way. Okay. But it's better that you do both the ways. Shortcuts is better to know the shortcuts, right? You never know in the exam how much time you are actually losing or what might come. You always have to be prepared beforehand with all the possible resources. Okay, so here also same, either blank spreadsheet. Just now we saw when we opened the spreadsheet it was blank, nothing was there, or a pre-formatted area or template might be there which you have to use to complete your answer. Now the spreadsheet instructions with yuck. Let me, I think I can increase this further. Okay. So now the spreadsheet response can only be made of one worksheet. Remember, it is not possible for you to add another worksheet. You cannot add another worksheet. In one worksheet only you will have to do everything. And basically more than one worksheet is not even required also. Okay. If a pre-formatted response is there, okay, and some data is given to you in that for a template, you cannot change those data in that template. It is there, it is protected. It will be there only as it is. You can enter new one, but those things you cannot change. You cannot enter or delete rows or columns within the spreadsheet. You have to understand this. Be very careful what you are entering, because you have to delete and you have to re-enter again. So In order for you to not to waste time, extra time, don't do that. Be very clear from before what you have to enter, because you cannot enter or delete rows or columns. If you wish to rearrange your answer, please use the copy paste function. Okay. If you wish to add cell borders or styles, you can do this by right clicking the cell and selecting format cell. Okay. And format cell function from the format menu. Let us take it the spreadsheet. The format is here. Okay. So here you can do cells and all if you want to do anything, or edit. Okay. No, in the format you have to go to the format. Now do you see? I want to bring this forward. Okay. So I'm clicking on the help. Next. If you wish to add cell border or styles, okay. Sometimes let's say you have done a net present value, that table, and you want to add a cell border so that you can copy paste in MS Word nicely so that it looks nice and stand out. You know that this is a net present value calculation or bond value calculation. So you might sometimes have to add some border. You want to make it look a standout, looks professional and all. You can do that. Now you must select the style or color and then select the border. Understand that first you have to select the style and the color, and then the border, outline, left, horizontal. Please use cell colors if in your answer if necessary. This is another thing which you have to understand. Use sometimes, okay, it's don't use cell colors for everything, so that everything you are trying to make look it more attractive or stand out, so that you know so don't do it. Only use cell color where it is appropriate. Let's say you are doing net present value calculation, you just want to show the net present value, so just color that cell, that's it. Only if it's necessary. If it's not necessary, don't even use the cell color. Selecting cells and using the drag handle to fill other cells. This is also important. Very important is this one. Wait. Selecting cells and using the drag. Sometimes you use the drag, right? On the right hand side we have that button, and then we drag it to the other cell also, where no formulas are applied. Copy paste the exact content of the selected cells. Exact whatever is there, we'll copy paste the same. Let's say if you have written 1, if you drag it, it will be 1 only. Example is there. If you have entered 1 or 2, 1 and 2, so the result will be 1 2 1 2 1 2 like that. It will not be 1 2 3 4 when you extend. Remember that. Usually what happens, you extend, it happens, but when there's no formula applied, okay, when no formulas are applied, we'll see a demo. 1 2. So now let us extend this. Wait. Here also we have that undo button. I can go back. Okay. Okay, let's say 2 is not there. So here I'm extending, it will be 1. It will not be 1 2 3 4 like that. So that you have to understand. Next I'm going to the help again. So here also if you want to add currency, go to this symbol. Okay. It is on the top toolbar, it's not in Excel. And now what are the commonly functions? Most important part of this video is this one only. You have understood this part? Fine. You are saving your time, you are way ahead than others. If you are very good with the formulas and all, trust me. So these are some number of spreadsheet functions. Edit, format, okay. These are menus. When you go to edit, you will see all this. When you go to format, all these are there. Next we have the toolbar. So this is the toolbar. The top toolbar. So what is it? This means the reset. Same way like we have what here also we have the reset, it will reset everything. That's why before reset that message comes. Are you sure you want to proceed or not? Only if you want to start everything again fully, you want to wipe out everything, cut out everything, then only select that reset button, otherwise don't. If you want to partially cut off your answer, then you can select that and cut it off. Select the areas what you want to erase or cut, copy paste, everything is same. Next, but if you are cutting, copying and pasting between cells within the spreadsheet, Okay, it's not from the spreadsheet to somewhere else. Within the spreadsheet itself, between the cells you're copy pasting and cutting. What you have to do is you can use the right click menu option. Let us do that and see. Say I want to copy paste this. So copy, paste. You see? Next, format painter. This allows you to copy the format from a selected object or a text and applies it to the other objects or text. It's not so much needed. Undo, redo, same. Or shortcuts are there, Control Z and Control Y. But if you don't know the shortcut, it's okay because it's there. Here also, if you use the restore button, if you undo, it will not come. Okay, so you have to be very careful. You can zoom. Okay, font size is there, bold, italic, underline, font color, cell fill color is there. Here also, only if necessary, then only use the cell fill color, otherwise don't use. The function can also be accessed by right-clicking the cell and selecting format cells. Right-clicking the cell and okay, let us go to the here. I can click the spreadsheet and if I want to use the formula, here format cells. So I right-click format cells and functions are there. Okay, all these functions. Scientific, fraction, percent. Usually, no, these are not the functions, these are the format. No, the functions you will not get. These are the format, I'm sorry. These are the format. For function, you have to type. Functions are not there. Inbuilt, it's not there. You have to type the function. Okay, you have to write equal and then after equal, whatever you type, function will come. But we'll go later to the function. First, we'll finish the format part. So if you want to change something to number, you can use spreadsheet, right click, format cells, and you can see here number if you want in negative or currency or date or time or percentage if you want in anything in terms of percent or fraction or text, you can change it. Okay, so it's given here. Select custom to access number of formatting options. Currency format, same. Format cells. Percentage also same. Fraction also same. Date time same. Now we are coming to the formula. I'm not telling you learn, memorize, it's a must that you should know the formula, but if you know the formula, it's good for you. You can be more faster. Okay, so here note one thing. Usually in spreadsheet we are given the formula. Function is already inbuilt. Let's say we have we can actually go to the function, sum function, if function, average function, but here you have to type equal to and then the name of that function. Here the function are not inbuilt, it will not come automatically to you. Drop list is not there, you have to type. If you want to add, you have to click equal sum. The moment you click equal to, then only the functions will come, otherwise functions will not come. Let's say if you want to add 2 3 numbers equal to sum. Okay, for equal to sum also you have to understand. Okay, all this description and all, I'm not interested on this, I'm not going to go through the introduction. You just have to know the function and what the example. So let's say you want to add from one cell to another all the numbers in between that cell. Okay, let's say from B2 to B8, all the numbers from B2 to B8, that means B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, all these numbers you want to add, then this is the function sum B2 B8. Let's say I want to add all this number, okay, all this one. So here I'm going to write, click on that side, equal bracket, now equal sum bracket. I will just drag all this. Do you see it's A at double dot, okay, colon A13, close the bracket, enter. The 6. Okay, the next one, the next sum is just 2 numbers you want to add. Let's say in that you want to add specific number A1, A3, A5. So you have to put a comma. Okay, here you are not going to drag. Wait, let me do a spreadsheet. Okay, so here undo, I will undo it. Okay, let's say equal to sum. But this time I'm just adding this number, comma, this number, comma, this number. Only these three numbers in that range I want to add. You have to put comma. Okay. And how will you know you're correct? Your box will light. Okay. You can see the color. There will be a color in that box. Close the bracket. Once you open the bracket, don't forget to close the bracket. Otherwise it will not come. Enter. Sometimes it does not come. So enter. If you see now it's 3 only. So you have to know both these ways. Okay. Of using the sum. Sometimes you use your own calculator, but I prefer using functions. Why? Because this is time saving. Imagine if you have to take the calculator, enter the number, again you recheck. So much time you are wasting there. You have to enter the number individually one by one. Here it's not like that. Next, coming to the next function, average. This function is also very much needed. Average. So for average, it is the same. We just write equal average and drag the whole thing. It will give you the average. But in average, we don't have the way we calculated the sum, the second way of sum, just 2 or 3 number. We don't have that option for average. For average, we take the whole, the range. Okay. Square root. Yes, you have to use square root at times. So square root, this is the function of square root, equal to sqrt, J11. Okay, just imagine if in J11 is 4, that means it will be 2. Okay, I will show you a demo how to use it. Every time, let's see, okay, another thing, let's say I'm here. If you want to go to spreadsheet and if you are not able to do it, go here, click on spreadsheet, it will come. Okay, so now let's say I'm undoing, adding one more. Okay, not needed. Okay, just say this is 4. Okay, so I want to find the equal to sqrt, close the bracket, open bracket, 4, close bracket. That this box will come. Can you see it's in blue? Enter. It's 2 because this is 4. Okay, now if I change this to 5, this is the advantage of function. It does to you. You just change one number, the other number automatically change. But if you are using your own calculator, remember, if you change something in another area also, you have to change it. But in Excel, the function automatically does for you. The moment I change the 4 to 5, this changes. This changes. Wait a minute. 5. Now see, if you see this number, it looks very big, no? Look, something is wrong because you have to extend this line. The whole number is not visible. Do you see now? This is also, so it's 2.23, right? Definitely more than 2 only. So now if I change this, let's say I've changed it to 25. Automatically it will change to 5. Okay, now help formula sheet. So power. So for power, returns the figure 93 square. Okay, let's say you want to find, so this is the formula for power, equal to power 3 comma 2. What is this 3? What is this 3? That means 3 squared. The 2, if you want to square out something on the right hand side, okay, so just check this. This is the number, this is the power. So the number is 3, power is 2, whatever the power you want to. 3 is to power 3, 3 is to power 2, 3 is to power 4. Okay, so if it's 3 is to 2, it will give you 9 because 3 is to power 2 is 9 only. In short, if you are reading this 3 comma 2, it is 3 squared. If it was 3 comma 3, that means it is 3 cubed. 3 is to power 3, that means it will be 27. Are you getting me? I don't think I have to show a demo for that. It's quite understood. Coming to the next one. Returns the, so it's not only the squared. You can even find the cube root. You can find the 4th root. You can find the 5th root. 1 is to power 5, 1 is to power 4, 1 is to power 3. Anything you can find out with this function. Okay, just say if you want to find the cube root of 27. So first we'll write the number which is 27 comma power. What is the power? Cube root. Cube root, how do you write cube root? As a fraction, 1 to the power 3. 1 to the power 3. I think this I have to show you. Let's say this is 27 and I'm writing equal to. First write equal and then power. Then I will put a bracket. After power, you always have to put a bracket, okay, after the sum or average or power, whatever you write. So I'm going to click the wait a minute. 27 13. Okay, so it's 27 comma 1 divided by 3, close the bracket. It's 3. 1 over 3 is 3. Can you see? Next, 1 over 4, that means 4th root of 81. It's 3. Okay, so like that. But definitely we don't have to go to so much in depth also in the power, because in AFM power is not required. This is in maths and all if you want. But the simple ones you should be able to know how to use. But if you don't, still you have the calculator, you know the normal way that also you can use. There's no harm. Count. If you want the count, remember it will only count if numbers are there in the cell. If text is there, it will not count. Because it says count the number of the cells that contain numbers. Okay, this I will show you. Wait, let's say here I did something. Okay, and here it is again 6. So now I want to count. Okay, equal to count. Your spelling has to be very correct. Okay, your spelling cannot be wrong. So count and then drag this 3 and put this one. It will be 2. Do you see? It's 2. Why? Because it only counted the cell 27 and 6. It didn't count this. So when you count only the cells where the numbers are there, it will count those cells, not the cells which has text. Round. Sometimes, yes, this feature you have to know, because in AFM most of the time, 95% of the time you have to round up or down. So you have to know this rounding. Round. Automatically, definitely you know how to round, right? For that you don't need a function. But if you, in case if you want, then and you want to know the formula, then this is the formula, the function. Okay, the formula is this round. So the good thing about those functions is the formulas is that you don't have to memorize anything. Just look at the word and that is the, let's say if it's sum, then it is equal to sum. If it's average, equal average. If it is square root, equal SQRT. If it is power, equal power. If it is count, equal count. If it is round, equal round. So there is nothing hard in it for you to memorize or remember it. If it's log, equal to log. But definitely log is not required in AFM, but we'll see how to use it. So round C4 2. That means 2 means 2 means you have to round to 2 digits. Okay, we'll still say this. Let's say you want to round this to 2 digits. Okay, so equal to round bracket this number comma 2, close the bracket, enter. It rounded. Wait, what happened? Round to 2 digits. Okay, I'm sorry, this something is wrong. So this tells you that if you're wrong, you will know it. Round to 2 digits. Okay, so if this is, let's say, 28, okay, equal to 28 comma, sorry, I didn't write round, comma this one comma 2, rounds to 28 only. Oh, if it's in terms of fraction, I'm sorry. Do you see? So round to 2 means 2 decimal places. They are saying it's 2 digits, but it will be 2 decimal places, because just now we saw log also equal to log. Select that cell and 2 means the base is 2. Okay, so the base equal to that base. Okay, the number comma base. If the base is 2, give it 2. If it's 3, give it 3. Okay, so we're done. From here onwards, everything else is for your AFM. Net present value. So net present value, we know that we go through that long where we calculate the inflows, outflows, tax, we deduct tax, uh, all those things, and then we get finally we discount using a cost of capital, and then we get a net present. We deduct the initial investment, and then we get a net present value. But if you know this, this will help you. Okay. Another use of these functions could be sometimes you do it manually, the way you have been taught to calculate the net present value. You do it in spreadsheet. So now you can use the formula of net present value and see, are you getting the formula similar to the ones which you have calculated manually. So this is also an advantage, added advantage of having these functions and knowing the functions, because if you don't know the function, how can you check? You see? So net present value, rate, comma value 1, comma value 2. If you see, what is this rate? Rate is the discount rate. It is given as a decimal. Let's say if it's 10%, then as a decimal it will be 0.1. Value 1, what is value 1? That is the range of item, the cash flows which you want. Okay? You want to discount. I will do a question on this. Right now I don't have a question. I'm not prepared with the question ready. We'll do a question on net present value and see how to use these functions. Okay. We'll use each, in fact, IRR, net present value and all. Value 2, additional numbers, what are they? Ranges to be discounted. Value 2 is not needed, but mostly it's rate and value 1 you need. But if value 2 is also there, then that is the additional. Okay, it says additional. Additional numbers, sales reference or ranges to be discounted. Okay, forget about value 2. So if you see here net present value 0.1, that means 10% is the discount rate, and from that the range, let's say all the cash flows are given in some range from this cell to this cell, so you take all the cells and automatically you find the net present value. Okay, let's do a small demo here. Let's say this is, we have 3-year cash flow 2, 2 and 2, and the discount factor is 10%. Now you want to find the net present value, so equal to NPV comma 10%. How will you write 10%? 0.1. Okay, let's say it's 12%. 0.12 comma this whole range, close the bracket. But you see, you have to extend this line to see. So this is your net present value, 4.8033 something. Okay, let us give an the what is it? Initial investment also. So let's say it's 1.5. Okay. Now let us do a net present value. So this figure will not change. Why? Because I didn't include this in the range when I initially calculated net present value. So now I have to change it. Now do you see? It's 4.803 reduced, went down. You can check by yourself when you discount this. Are you getting 4.803 or not? Then you know the function is working. Okay. Now IRR. IRR also, IRR, the values and guess. Guess means because the discount factor here you have to guess and put one discount factor. Any one of it, because you don't know the discount factor. Okay. What is the value? The range. Here also same range. Okay. Here is the other way around. In net present value, first we put the discount factor and then the range. Here we have to put the range and then the discount factor. Understood? So here, but here one thing you have to understand. When net present value we calculated, look at this. With B12 being year 1, B12. Okay. Because definitely, so that means my second method is wrong. Initial investment I should not take because we are not discounting it. We are only discounting the inflows because it will only change. That's why B12 is year 1. But when we are taking IRR, B15 is year 0. We are starting from year 0, the first cell. Okay, so here we can do the IRR now. Okay, so just change the function IRR. Okay, just keep the function as it is. to see if you make an error what happens. Do you see? If you make an error you will immediately understand because no value will come like this. What was the error? Because discount factor has to be later, the range has to be first. So in this case it is this. I have to take this also, remember your 0 and all, comma 0.12 close bracket. Wait, something went wrong. See, something went wrong, that's why it's not coming. I think because there's a change in sign. No. Something went wrong. So see, do you see now how much time I'm taking to resolve this? Imagine if you have never tried this and had this being on the day of your exam, how much time you're wasting just to resolve why it's not working. So it's better you do some mistakes with the functions and formula and see what if mistake arises, what happens, does it calculate or not. This is the way you learn through mistakes. I'm telling you, mistakes are not always bad, sometimes it's very good. Don't always write perfect and all, sometimes make mistakes and learn also why something is wrong. Then in the exam you will never forget because you know what are the mistakes you made, that these are the areas where I made this mistake, so you'll be more aware. Okay, so since my IRR is not working, let us see why it's not working. Okay, okay, so let us see. Something needs to be changed. Comma, is it a comma? Yes, it's a comma. Now let us go and see what's this. Edit cells. It's a number. Okay, so we'll put a number. Okay, edit cell. Let me edit this. I think it's a number, that's why it's not coming. So it's comma 0.01. Something is not working, but I think it's because of the cash flow. Cash flow. We'll change the cash flow to negative. Now we'll change it. Something is wrong, so I will get through this later on. You also check till then and why it's wrong, because all these things you have to know why it's not working. Don't just give up, because the formula is correct. So we'll try later on. Let us go to the next one. Natural log. Okay, so natural log we don't require. Okay, so if but if someone is interested in knowing the formula, it is ln. Okay, natural log. The other way around. Okay, it should be nl, but it is ln. Okay, so let's save the number in the cell ln and click the cell. If the number is 1, the logarithm will be 0. E, exp number. This we need for one of the area in AFM. What is that area? Can you remember? Can anyone remember what is that area? Yes, it is Black-Scholes option pricing model. In Black-Scholes option pricing model, in the formula we have that e to the power minus r into t. So in that area where we calculate in D2, we need this expansion exp number. So for expansional number, it will be exp to the number. If the number in the cell was 2, so returns e raised to the power of 2, 7.3891. Okay. Cumulative normal distribution. Okay, we need this cumulative normal distribution if you are given the Black-Scholes option pricing model, because for to calculate ND1 and ND2 we need. So what do we do for cumulative normal distribution? We usually use this formula sheet and we go to this and we use this. We use the standard normal distribution table, right? But here, if you know the formula, you can use this. The formula is norms dist. Okay, norms dist. Please make sure that you know the spelling. Okay, the spelling. It is norms dist. So if the number was 1.4, it has the cumulative distribution. This we can check. Okay, can we check this? Definitely it has to be in 2 decimal places, but if it's in 3 more than 2 also, it will calculate it. We'll see in both ways whether it will calculate more than 1 or not. Okay, 1.4 means 1.40. Okay, we'll check. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's say it is norms equal to norms. What is the spelling again? I forgot. Norms dist. Close it. See, the spelling is wrong. Okay, but we'll select 2. Close the bracket. So what is the number? It is 0.97724. Okay, we'll go to the formula sheet and see. For 2, that means 2.0. It is this one, 2.000. Okay, this is how you read the number. So if you want to get 2, it is this. Round up to 4 decimal places. You have to use this 4 decimal places only, not that one. So it will be 0.4772. Just check out with the answer which we got. We got with something we got is quite different, I guess. Okay, that the reason why it's this thing is because this is cumulative. Now do you see? This is cumulative normal distribution function. Okay, and this one, if you see, it is just normal distribution function, because that, why is it? One thing which I forgot, right, which normally which we do manually, here also we have to do that thing manually after you get the table answer. What is it? What is it that you have to do? Look at the formula sheet. Okay, let me copy paste. If you want to copy paste this, you can try. See, you can try like this, whether you can copy paste or not. Copy spreadsheet. You cannot paste. You can paste. Paste. Try. Copy. Paste. Can you see? You cannot paste it here. But just look at the number. It will help you. It is 0.4772. Here it is 0.9772. Okay. If you want, you can change this format. Cells. Number. If you want to change it to 4 decimal places, you can change it. But I think that option is not here. Currency. Okay. But anyway, we'll round it up to 4 decimal places and see. Oh, we know the round figure. Okay. So now do you see how your function will help you? We know the formula for round. So round this to 4. 4 decimal places. Do you see it has rounded up it to 4 decimal places? And if you check the table, formula state it is 0.4, this one, 0.4772. 0.4772. What is the difference? It is 0.5, right? Why is that difference? Because once you get, okay, once you get this number, you have to add 0.5. That means this is the final answer they are giving. Manually, what do we do? Manually from the table we get, this is from the table, from the formula sheet which you are getting, okay? Formula sheet. 0.5. What do we do with this? We add 0.5. Remember? We add 0.5 because it's a positive number. The 2 is a positive number, right? So we add 0.5 manually. But here, because of that function, we don't have to add 0.5. Automatically 0.5 is added with this amount, 0.4772. That's why it's giving you this number, 0.9772. Let me color that cell. Okay, color. Okay, so it's already done. 0.9772. So that 0.5 is already added with 0.4772, which is from that formula sheet, and it gives you the final answer, the final percentage, 0.9772, the final probability. So you can just directly add it with, multiply it with d1 and get nd1. That's what we normally do, right? So do you see the function? It is 0.5 is already added, so you don't have to worry about adding 0.5 again. Next, MIRR. This also you have to use if provided MIRR is given. If it's not given, then you don't have to worry about it. MIRR, what is it? The values, comma, the finance rate, comma, the reinvestment rate. 3 things you need. Okay, the values, that range, cash flow range, finance rate. Finance rate and reinvestment rate are same. Just see here, it is 0.12 and 0.12 only. That, okay, so you might be thinking it's 2 comma 0.12. No, it is 0.12 comma 0.12. That 0.1 came on the first line, 2 came on the next line, okay, because of the space, but it is 0.12 only. So the finance rate and reinvestment rate are same. Calculate the MIRR using 0.17 as the finance rate and the reinvestment rate with 0.25 being year 0. Okay, so the first cash flow has to be year 0. That means it will be a negative figure only. So let us use that and see. Okay, since I'm not able to use IRR here, that function, let me increase this number and see. Okay, let me use MIRR. Just I will put an M here. Comma 0.12 because finance rate and investment rate. Do you see this? Wait a minute. Just check this. MIRR comes as 3.07. So let us do IRR also. So something is wrong with IRR because MIRR is working. That's kind of shocking that why this is not. Okay. We'll check out why IRR is not working, but MIRR we saw. Okay, we'll change the percentages and see maybe because of the percentages. Maybe IRR is coming negative, that's why. Okay, something needs to be done about IRR, but MIRR is working. Okay. So that's it, all this formula. So just calculate MIRR, cumulative normal distribution, EXP, that E, okay? So this three, natural log is not needed. No, natural logarithm is needed actually. Because in this one, Black-Scholes option pricing model again, remember? We have a logarithm system over there. That formula has log. So you have to use all this. In fact, all these are required. Okay, so make sure you go through them and practice questions using all of these functions and try IRR also. Okay, and I will also try to find out what's not working in IRR and then I will come back to you later. Do please remind me later on and just so that I can go through IRR. Next, so we are done with this also. I will close this. I will close all of this. Okay, I will just try this. Copy to the spreadsheet. Now if I want to paste, right? Okay, I want to copy, paste. It will not paste it. It's coming in numbers. Okay, I will check to the format cells. So WordPress is a copy, paste. Now let me see if I want to copy this. Okay. Copy, paste. So I'm not able to copy paste, as you can see. What is the reason behind that? We will see it later on. Okay, as you can see, there's a here navigator is here. You can go to the navigator and see. This is your status. If you can see here, question 1 I have attempted. That means if you try to go to the response option and type something, it will show it as attempted. Okay, because I've opened the word, even if you have opened the word or spreadsheet and typed anything, it will show as attempt. Until you don't open your response option, it will just show it is seen but not attempted. Viewed, not attempted. Okay, so question 1, if you have seen, is unseen and unseen. Now you can go to the next and then go to question 2 or 3, or directly you can go to question 2 or 3 from here. Okay, and you can click this flag for review. Let's say you want to flag this for review. Okay, question 1 I will keep as it is and show you later. Next, so this is same. Okay, section B, question 2 same. Now I'm not attempting this and going to the next. Now I want to see my navigator and just see question 2 is not attempted. Even though I went to question 2, I came from that. When I came to question 3, it shows it's not attempted. Why? Not attempted. Okay, I will go to the next. Just see. So I went through question 2 and 3, it's not attempted. This is your final status before you exit. So review all. You can review all. Okay. This is section B is same. If I open the word processor and just let's say I've typed something. Now if I see my navigator, just see it shows attempted. Can you see? Question 2 is attempted and there's no flag. That means I don't have to review. I have to review question 1. Okay. Next. Next. So I'm over with all the question paper. This is the end of the question paper. Just see. It shows attempted, not attempted. If I want, I can remove the flag by clicking on the flag again, and question 3 I can go from here. If you see here, there is no previous and next. You just have end exam. So before you click this end exam, make sure this status is attempted. So question 3 I can go from here directly, and then let's say I wrote something, then it will show attempt. Okay. And I didn't show you the highlight part, so here I did, and I did highlight. Do you see it highlighted? Now if I want to copy this, copy to the word processor, it copy pasted it. Did you see? But in the main exam, you just cannot copy paste it very easily. You have to change from the move tool to text tool. Then only you can copy paste. But here in this case, it is already in text mode. Okay. So make sure when you are answering, let's say I'm answering transactions to be here. Okay. I'm using this, for example. I want the requirements also in front of me. I'm using the word processor to type. How do I use it? Because I cannot see. Every time I have to keep on clicking on the window, then I have to write. Isn't it time confusing? So you have to be very clever. Keep it like this. Okay. And keep it like this. Let's say now you are answering part A. So just see. You can even resize also. Okay. You can make this. Let's say you want to make this small. Keep it like this. So just see how it is. Okay, now if I want to answer something, let's say I'm answering this. Now I have the exhibit also, I have the requirement also, and I'm typing also. Do you see? So this is what you have to be wise enough to fit it in such a way that you can see all the three and you can use it in the same time, rather than keep on moving from this page, this window to that window. Okay, now I can type. It will come in highlighted only because I've highlighted. I have to remove the highlighter. If I want, I click this and remove highlight. It will not remove because here it was highlighted. So if you want to remove, then you have to remove this. See, it removes the highlight. You can even strike through, cuts it off. Okay, but one thing, in the calculator you cannot copy paste the calculator. Let's say if you did 5 multiplied by 5, you entered equal, you cannot copy paste this 25. You cannot press this 25 like that and copy paste it. You have to enter, write it 25. Okay, so now I'm closing down all the windows. This is the last question and I'm going to the next. Just see, attempted, nothing, all the flags. Okay, just see. You can even click here also if you want to review anything. You can again see. Okay, review flagged or review not attempted. Everything is attempted. You can remove it. If you don't want to review your end, you want to end the exam, just. So I hope before I end this exam, you cannot come back to this again. Okay, this is known as item review screen explained. You cannot go back and forward, but from here you can go to the questions. Okay, end exam. Are you sure you want to end the exam? Yes. Yes. So you end the exam and you end up here. So I hope that this video will be very useful for you. It will help you to know a lot, and also about the functions, spreadsheet function, how to copy paste, how to use the windows, resize it. Okay, so now exit from here. Before I exit, please wait on, this video is not over. Now how to mark. Now it has been sent for review. Mark, go to mark. Okay, this is when you're doing at home, this self practice. Okay, now I have this AFM. Okay, you have to go to the one which you have done, AFM, not the FM. AFM, click on here, self mark. Now you can self mark your paper. Just see here, the marking scheme is here. You can zoom it. Okay, it has been given on the left hand side, the marking scheme. Okay, no answer, you didn't give any answer, that's why it's showing no answer. Even in the spreadsheet also there's no answer. Okay, so here you can click on here and see the marking guidelines and the sample answer also. If you click, you will get it. Just click here. Click here, you have to click here and see on the left hand side you will get the sample answer. Okay, you can increase the size, zoom it. So here you can see how many of marks. You can give your marks and you can comment. And if you can see my roll up score, it is 0. Why? Because I haven't attempted the paper, so it's 0 out of 100. You can see all this. Okay, just if you want to close it, you can close it. You can open up from here. Okay, now I can go to the next. That's for question 2 and that's for question 3. So if you see in question 3, I've wrote something here. So whatever you write here will come here. Can you see? I wrote in word processor this, it came. In question 2, I just wrote J, it came. So when you write something in word processor spreadsheet, it will come like this. All the exhibits, requirements. Okay, you can click on the requirements, it will come. You click on the exhibits, it will come like this. You can open up here itself, you can read it again. Okay, question 3, next. So you can just press this cross if you want to go. You have chosen to finish marking, so you are done. Now you cannot come back and mark it again. Okay, are you sure you want to close the mark screen? Yes. You can review your test and results. Now you can see your results. AFM specimen, no. Past exam content. Just see, this is 0.0%. You can review here. Just see this. You can see on the right hand side, question 1 I got 0, question 2, 3 full is I got 0, and the recommendation is poor result. Further study of the course material is required. Please contact your tutor. So from here you will understand what is your stage. From here itself. So the good thing is you don't need a tutor, you don't need any teacher, no one needs. You can review yourself. You can self-mark yourself and see where you are at the moment and where you have to go. Okay. Make sure that when you're attempting, each time you get above 50%. Okay. Not below. If you are below 50% means you have to work hard. It's not that you have got here 40 and in the exam you will pass. No, don't think like that. Most of the time there's a very high correlation with your marks, how much you get, and in the real exam. Definitely in your mocks, if you get 70, 60, in your final exam, you'll be getting 50, 55. So there's a very high correlation. If you are doing very bad in mocks, let's say 30%, 40%, or 45%, and thinking that in the real exam I will pass, because the difference is just 5 marks. I got 45 in marks, thinking 5 more marks, so I will get it 50 in the exam. Don't be in that. Okay, it's very wrong. You are not going to get it. Trust me. It does not work like that. So progression over time, you can see the progression. Do you see attempt 1? Because I have attempted it yesterday also. I've gone through this. So that's for attempt 1, attempt 2. You can see the number of attempts. Okay. If you want to see each question, I can see. Click on this. You can open up. Okay. So that's it. Coming to the home. And if you want to log out, you can just get out from here. Okay. So, and you have the other exams. You can even do the other exams also. Everything, whatever you do, will come under assigned material. Self-assigned material. It will come in this list. So you can view whatever the areas you have done. I have opened AFM specimen paper, FM past exams, blank workspaces and all. So if you want, I will open up for you what is a blank workspace. Let us say blank workspace. Okay, resume. Okay, so if you have started something and you didn't finish it, you can go back and resume it again. Okay, it's not timed because this is not the main exam. So just see blank space. Okay, if you see exhibit 1, 2, 3, this is just a demo, not the main. This blank space is given, so you can write. This is just a demo. Just see. This is how it will come. So since you have gone through the main paper, you don't have to go through the main the blank space. So that's it, guys. Hope you like this video. Have liked this video. Please share this video among your friends as much as you can. All ACCA groups, platforms, all ACCA students, so that they get access to this. And another thing I want to tell, this is not only for AFM. The same thing which I have explained, CBE platform, this same thing you can apply it in all the other papers, because all the other papers it is same only the content is different. The way you answer, the way you use highlight, the way you use MS Word, the function, everything is same in all the other papers. Okay, so I will definitely come for the financial management also, the same way I have went through the AFM. Okay, for the financial management students, FM. So till then, watch this. We'll see. And this whole week, I'll be uploading videos on revisions and what are the areas you need to work on and all those things. So this will be a great guide for all AFM and FM students and all other ACCA students who are giving other papers also. They can also watch this video. So see you till then. See you in my next video. Take care and best of luck for your exam.